In this video, I'm going to be showing the 3 best methods for finding and getting into raids in Type Soul. Let's get right into it. Before we get into the first method, I want to mention that if you are grinding raid wins for Bankai, Res, or Volt Standing, that you want to do your raids in these areas as follows. If you're a Arrancar, do all your raids at Wanden. If you're a Quincy, do all of your raids in Soul Society. If you're a Soul Reaper, do all of your raids in Hueco Mundo. These are really recommended as it assures you a raid win every single time, and also keep in mind that you can't do raids in your homeworld for your faction as they won't count as raid wins for your Bankai or Res or Volt Stand. Now let's get right into the first method. Okay, so for the first method would be to spam click or join the blue servers on the server list, as these servers are in a grace period for raid. Out of the 3 methods, in my opinion, this would be the least consistent, as at times there aren't any blue servers at all, and by the time you click on them, they are probably already full unless you get lucky and a player from either faction leaves the raid. You can for sure use an auto clicker as well until you get into the server, but chances are that by the time you actually join that server, the raid is already over and people have left the server looking for another raid. For the second method of getting into raids, and in my opinion the best method in this video, I'd recommend learning the times in which raids start. Now there is a big list of raid timers in each public Discord for Soul Society, Hueco Mundo, and Wanden, but I have a trick where you don't have to memorize each and every time to know when raids start. Okay, so here's how it follows. If it is an even hour, then the raid can or will start at XX00 and XX40. So an example of this would be 2 or 240. Now if it is an odd hour, it will only start at XX20. An example of this would be 320. Now keep in mind that this does depend on how many of the opposing faction members are in the server as well, so sometimes it won't start if there aren't enough people from the opposing faction in the server. Best way to utilize this method is to go to each server on the server list and start looking for servers that match those times or are about to. You can either click through all of them, and if you can't get in, I say pick one and use an auto clicker while positioning your mouse so that selects the server, and when it says that full on the server list, you presses the OK and then reselects that same server. Okay, now for the last method of this video, which is okay but can at times also be inconsistent, will be using your home faction or world Discord and going to the raids channel. Now I will be posting the Type Soul Discord, which does have links to all of these Discords in the description as well. Now this is where most players post raids happening in their server and ask you to flood based on the server name and region so it becomes a free raid win. I honestly would not recommend this method as it is really tedious and as most of the servers are full by the time they are posted. You can use this method for sure, but I'd recommend it more for Karakura Town raids, which happen at XX00 in real life time, but don't count towards your Bankai, Res, or Volt Standing progression. Now that's it for this video. Make sure to drop a thumbs up if you enjoyed the video and drop a sub if you really enjoyed the video. And if you have any questions, feel more than free to ask me in the comments. Thank all of you so much for watching and see you next time.